My Wheaton College journey began with the decision not to attend Wheaton straight out of high school. You see, I grew up in a Christian home, went to church, attended youth groups, and was active in my high school's FCA chapter. So you might think that when it came time to consider colleges, Wheaton would be near the top of the list. However, I can remember standing in my kitchen, talking with my mom, and she asked me about Wheaton. I believe my exact words were, "There is no way I would ever go to Wheaton College." So why that response? They say I was a high school senior. My dad had played at Ohio State. I had two uncles that played there as well. And I definitely wanted an opportunity for a scholarship and a chance to play Division I football. So that's why when the Air Force Academy, West Point, and Kansas showed interest, I really wasn't ready to even consider Wheaton. And a trip to Colorado Springs sealed the deal, and a few weeks after graduation, I was off to the Academy's equivalent of basic training. I was ready for life's next chapter, only to find out that it was going to be one of the shortest. A few weeks after school started, I came down with a serious illness that wiped out my energy, and then a month later, I was injured the first day back to football practice. So after discussions with the coaches and administration, I decided the best option for me was to leave and try again the following year. I came back home to find that most of my high school friends had gone away to college, except Bill Kroger and Scott Johnson. Both decided to attend Wheaton and play football. So I started hanging out with them and other students in Traber Hall. I can remember a short time after coming back, Coach Schweider called me into his office to see how things were going. He offered me a chance to work out in the weight room and even attend the 6 a.m. workouts. I jumped on the opportunity, but I made it clear that I had not changed my mind. I enrolled in Wheaton in the spring of '91 to take a couple of classes in preparation of my return to the Air Force Academy. But somewhere during that semester, I realized that the best place for me to play football, get a top-notch education, and grow spiritually was to stay at Wheaton. So I had called the Air Force Academy and transferred to Wheaton. A year later, I ended up getting my scholarship, although it wasn't in athletics. I accepted an ROTC scholarship and was able to fulfill a calling of service to my country. After my junior season, I had shoulder surgery, which delayed my officer commissioning. But this gave me the opportunity to stay around Wheaton an extra semester and help coach football as a graduate assistant. I was able to be a small part of that undefeated regular season, a conference championship, and Wheaton's first trip to the NCAA playoffs. Also, being a part of a coaching staff was a special way to end my time at Wheaton. However, my Wheaton connection did not stop at the end of that '95 season. Living out of state, I continued to follow the Thunder via the internet, coaches' letters, and team highlight videos. I also had the opportunity to participate in the Wheaton Football Ministry Partnership and went to Senegal in 2004. This was a great way to reflect on my time at Wheaton and reconnect with the program. There have been a couple of takeaways from my Wheaton experience that have served me well over the years. One is the tremendous value that can be gained from regularly meeting with other men. Small groups have been an instrumental part in my spiritual growth. I matured more in my 4 years at Wheaton College than in any other time in my life. I count a great deal of this growth to the time spent in fellowship with other Christian brothers. The second is dealing with change, especially when it is unexpected. In football, a sudden change results in a loss of possession, and these turnovers can be a big factor in the outcome of the game. In my journey, many of life's unexpected changes have brought some of life's biggest blessings. For example, a serious illness brought me to Wheaton, a shoulder surgery allowed me to stay and be part of an undefeated season, and an unexpected job opportunity allowed me to meet my wife. My Wheaton College experience was life-changing and helped me develop a strong faith in God. And this relationship has given me a more eternal perspective on life. I have developed a trust that regardless of change, good or bad, life goes on, God is unchanging, and these changes, usually the unexpected ones, can bring some of life's greatest opportunities.